Hello everyone. We continue our class today. We are still at the chapter 2. So let me share with you the slide um, for the chapter 2. You can get this note from Kalam. Okay. As usual, so this video will not take much time. It will be only 10 to 15 minutes. So we are still at the same chapter, um, multimedia project development. So this is the continue from the previous video. Process models. We covered on the basic process structure, um, project scheduling. Now at the process model. So this slide contains of 56 slides. So you can download from the column, and at your free time you can also read by yourself. And just to remind you that this is um, the reference where you can refer um, at the chapter 4 process model in the reference book Software Engineering a Practitioner Approach by Roger Pressman and Bruce Maxim. Okay, you can find ebooks, and please go to the chapter 4 so that you can have the additional material for this chapter 2. So what is process model? So this is um, the process model. One is waterfall, V shape, incremental, prototyping, spiral, and concurrent. So this is the process model for waterfall. All right. Why it is called waterfall? Because the process is looks like waterfall. One, you get the communication where we need to have the project initiation requirements and gathering. Second is planning, modeling, construction, and deployment. So this is the step. Okay, start with communication. So you have to negotiate or initiate the project with your clients. Plan, model. You have to model the project, construct, and deploy. A waterfall model. What is the strength? Easy to understand, suitable for inexperienced staff because it is very straightforward. Milestone are well understood, stable requirement, good for management control, plan staff tracking, works well when quality is more important than cost. Waterfall deficiencies or requirements must be known upfront. So we have to know uh, all the requirements before embark to the project development. Can give a false impression of progress, does not reflect nature of the software development. Integration is one big bang at the end, little opportunity for customer or client to preview the system. So when to use this waterfall model? So it can be used um, when the requirements are all well known. So we know all the requirements where you can get the requirements from your client. But sometimes client also don't have idea what is the overall project. I mean, they 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 sometimes need our advice. So so it is difficult to use the waterfall model. Definition is stable. There is no uh, confusing definition. Technology is understood. and easy to understand the technology. New version of an existing product. Okay, normally a waterfall model can be used for any development for existing product because you already have all the requirements. Maybe just need to have some improvement. Porting an existing product to a new platform. Next is a V shape. Okay, this is a process model called V shapes. This is a V form, you know. So requirements modeling, architectural design, component design, code generation, execute um, execute the executable testing integration, system testing, and acceptance tests. Okay. V-shaped strength emphasize planning for verification and validation in early development stages. Project management can track progress. V-shape is easy to use. So what is the drawback of the V-shape? Does not easily handle dynamic changes in the requirement. It must be very straightforward. If any changes of the requirement, sometimes it's difficult to handle. Mm. It is not proposed for short-term project as it requires review at each stages. It is very costly to implement. So when to use it? For system requiring high reliability, all requirements are known upfront. Solution and technology are known. We have to know the solution and technology in order to use V-shaped process model. Next is an incremental process model. So this is the illustration of the incremental process model. For the y-axis represents software functionality and features. X-axis project calendar and time. So first is a communication, planning, modeling, construction, and deployment. So you have the process for the increment one, delivery of increment one, and then you have the process for increment two, and then until the process of the incremental increment n and delivery of increment n. So all the process is started with the communication, continue with the planning, followed by modeling, in construction, and finally deploy the project or delivery and get feedback from the user. So what is the strength? Develop high risk or major function first. Each release delivers an operational product. Customer can respond to each build. Lowers initial delivery cost. Initial product delivery is faster. Customers get important functionality earlier. So the drawback requires good planning and design requires early definition of a complete and fully functional system to allow for the definition of increments. Total cost of the complete system is high. So when to use this model? Most of the requirements are known upfront but are expected to evolve over time. Need to get basic functionality to the market early. Project which have length development schedules. Project with new technology. So this is the criteria when to use the incremental model. So next is a process model or prototyping. So this is the block diagram of the prototyping process model. We start with the quick plan, modeling, quick design, construction of prototype, deployment or delivery, and feedback and communication. At the deployment, delivery, and feedback, we have a customer satisfied, full construction, and last one is final deployment. So what is the strength? Customer can feel the actual system, a more accurate end product, allows for flexibility design and development, steady visible sign of progress produced, interaction with the prototype stimulates awareness of additional needed functionality. So the disadvantages, tendency to abandon structured program deployment, development for a good and fixed development. Overall maintainability may be overlooked. The customer may insist the prototype delivered sooner. Process may continue forever. So when to use it, requirements are unclear. Test user experience, UX design efficiency, new original development combination with other process model. So next is a spiral. So you can see how the process model of spiral looks like: planning, construction, deployment, and communication. So you can read also the spiral model strength, similar to prototype model, but the risk is considered at each iteration. So this is the drawback. One of the drawback is demands considerable risk assessment expertise at all stage. So when to use? Whenever requirements for the project is unclear, quality is more important, new original development, full support plan for the entire software lifetime. Okay. So class activity one, discuss the differences between the incremental, prototype, and spiral model. So you can do this activity lah during the online class. Next is a process model. Next is a concurrent process model. Okay. So this is the concurrent process model. Under development, writing changes, under revision, baseline, under review. Okay. And done. So the strength is each activities exist simultaneously with other activities, and the drawback is difficult to manage and difficult to understand by inexperienced staff. So that is the concurrent model. When to use it? When the requirements are unclear, large software project with diverse requirement, when there are enough human resources to handle the project. So the conclusion: be on time, don't rush when you are doing a project. Being the first doesn't really mean you will last forever. All right. Then still remember Friendster. Friendster. So this is the class activity two. Your company has been awarded a contract by the Low Milo Foods and Beverage Corporation to design and develop their corporate website. So the website will be developed in a small team, and the contract length is only 3 months. With a limited budget allocation, one of your teammate gives suggestion to use V-shaped model, process model in developing the website. The website. As a team leader, will you accept or refuse this suggestion? Give two reasons in why would you accept or refuse this suggestion by explaining the advantages or disadvantages of the model. If you are refusing the suggestion, provide an alternative development model to develop the website and justify your decision. Okay, so this is a class activity. You can go back to the slide, read back to the slide, try to understand, then try to answer this question or try to do this activity. So that's for the video for the process model. See you on the video for agile development. That's all. Thank you very much. See you again. Bye bye.